Atlanta United Fan TV 2-0 win. We have moved on to the Eastern Conference Semifinal, or finals rather even. And yeah, I mean, you know, really clinical goals in terms of the ones that we took. Some maybe not so clinical chances that we did not take. But all in all, a pretty solid win, right?
Hey! Martinez, que loco que está, se lo coge los bosteros, se lo coge de verdad.
Yeah, anyway. Anyway. So, in terms of, the whole game, it was still a very solid W, and we survived in advance.
I would say so, yeah. Pretty, I would say clinical performance overall, you know. I thought we started well in particular, and really, like, it starts with that lineup, right? I mean, a bit
of a surprise.
We think we know the man. We think we know the four, and then he rolls the dice. I mean, he said he would, you know, he always said that PD and Barco was always a possibility to play together at the same time again, and he does it. And a change that I kind of been calling for Miram to be subbed out. It's, you know, last few weeks I think he hasn't been as effective. Right. But Ambrose certainly was a surprise. I mean, like, I can't remember the last time he even had a first team appearance. So to get the start, and he almost played, like, it was 80-something minutes. Like, you know, so very good from him. And I think with that lineup, it allowed us to start on the front foot and to get that early goal. I don't know what it is about the Union and us scoring these beautiful. I mean, like,
Joseph Martinez loves scoring against Andre Blake.
Yeah, well, that one, and then but the first one too. The
chip,
the pass from PD, the whole sequence. I mean, it was just wonderful stuff. And but there was a long period between the first and the second goal, and I thought, you know, maybe towards the end of the first half, Philadelphia kind of worked into themselves and back into it a little bit, you know, because at one point the possession was pretty lopsided in our favor, and Union kind of evened that out. But overall, other than like the two, I think, big chances that they created, they didn't do much, you know. And so I thought we used our possession very effectively in terms of controlling the game, which is the Boer's big thing, you know. Duels, 57-40 in our favor, and yeah, I mean, like, it looks like the team is now like in lockstep with De Boer and his ideas, and it seems like everyone's on the same page in terms of what he's trying to execute when he puts a lineup out there.
Yeah. Franco Escobar, I mean, I think he should be lauded for his work rate. I mean, it just at times he was kind of in a floating position, but still, either way, I mean, he was still making runs till the 90th minute, really. And I think that really opened up the game for us in terms of, being able to play that ball out to him. Although it's like there's no one really with that work rate and that going to be able to make the lung-busting run to kind of go along with him.
Yeah.
At one point, he's all the way up on an island, right?
Yeah.
And Joseph's still, like, you know, huffing and puffing. So it's like, I think it's one of those, you know, like Franco Escobar. You know, let's kind of give him some love too. Yeah.
Right. My underrated player of Atlanta United. No, yeah, and I thought especially in the second half he was getting forward more and having more joy on the right side. And I totally agree with you. I think that definitely opened up the game for us in general. No, yeah, like everything you said, especially on defense. I mean, so solid and a little unlucky, I thought, because he made those runs into space. There was one time, I think, like Gressel had the ball on the right, for example, and he's there in space. Yeah, you know, didn't get the ball. So maybe in another game he gets an assist, he gets a goal. But yeah, absolutely, I think an 8 out of 10 performance if we did a rating for him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So in terms of who's your man of the match, you know, just because, I mean, I think there's a few to choose from in terms of who put in really just no step wrong. I mean, you know, you got Gressel, Guzan, Pete even.
Yeah. No, yeah, got to shout Guzan for two wonderful moments, the chip and the ball over the top. I mean, just you know, excellent.
Right. Gressel.
Who did I say?
You said Guzan.
Oh, did I say Guzan? My bad. Yeah, I meant to say Gressel. Hey! Careful.
That burns. that actually kind of burns.
No, yeah. So Gressel, yeah, for those two moments deserves a shout. But for me, I think overall man of the match is PT. You know, because aside from the assists, I thought he was getting on the ball a lot, and he was gritty. You know what I mean? Like, how many times did he get fouled? 5 or 6? There's one time late in the game before he got taken out, he's tracking all the way back. You know, and that's the sort of thing that's going to keep PD in the team. I also thought PD and really team overall made a concerted effort to not give the ball away in dangerous areas. Yes, you know, at the end of the day, Philadelphia played the game. You know what to expect from them, and they were aggressive in terms of pushing up the field. But I thought Atlanta did a good job avoiding bad turnovers. And when they did give away possession, they fell back. You know, they got into shape, and Philadelphia really had trouble creating because of that. So, yeah, man, just complete performance. And yeah, PD, I think, man of the match for me.
Yeah. Well, moving forward, would you persist with a back four, or would you kind of change it up again? Because, yeah, I mean, you know, you have kind of a pretty in hot form Alejandro Pozuelo in Toronto FC coming in.
Well, I guess we got to make sure. I guess it's unlikely that Parkhurst or Robinson are healthy, probably. If one of them can go, that would help a lot. I liked what we saw today. Yeah, let's get back four, because then you had off of goal kicks too. You saw like was it Perez and Pogba kind of on either side of Guzan, and the fullbacks pushed way up.
Yep.
I don't know if I think they did that because they wanted to play around Philly's diamond. Yep. So I don't know if that would work for Toronto. Toronto's they're so tricky, especially in a situation like this when we're the home team. We're probably going to be more proactive. But they have those match winners like Pozuelo. I think Altidore is expected to be back as well, and they just know how to play. And they know how to frustrate, and they've done that to us, and that's what worries me about Toronto. So I think
I put you on the spot.
No,
so
maybe three at the back. Maybe you start off with three at the back. But I think what's really working for us is the flexibility to be able to shift between systems. Right. You know, and so I think. I don't know, man. I believe in us. I think however we line up, whatever we do, we're going to get this shit done. We are going back to the Cup final, baby.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think in terms of, you know, maybe some more love maybe for Frank de Boer and his tactics today. In terms of, you know, what he did with that starting 11, with the substitutions. I mean, I think, does he deserve more, you know, lauding? Because I think he does.
What I would say is that we are looking like a Frank de Boer team. You know, we are playing like with the principles that he believes in terms of controlling the game, especially through the midfield, winning duels. You know, and yeah, and so I think that's one of the biggest compliments you can give a coach, is that his ideas are getting through and they're working at the most critical point in the season.
This video is sponsored by Boru Boru Sushi. Get a $10 gift card when you mention Fan TV to our sponsor. Boru Boru is a fast casual eatery inspired by Japanese cuisine with a touch of today's approach towards custom-built meals for everyday lifestyle, specializing in sushi bowls, poke bowls, and sushi burritos in a delicious way. It's Customer Appreciation Week, so get in on their specials from October 28th through November 3rd.